Johns. I've been a firefighter and EMT with Brazos County Precinct 4 Fire Department for 5 years now. And today, I'm here to talk to you about meeting places during an emergency, like a fire at your house. Now, when you think about meeting places, I think the key point is that it's a spot designated for you and your family, for a safe place for you to all go when an emergency happens. It gets you out of the house, it gets you off the streets, it gets you in a safe place where you and your family will be safe. So today's topic is meeting places. Now, during this lesson, I'd like for all you students to really understand the importance of a meeting place. Also, I'd like you to understand how you yourself can designate a plan for your family. Go home and tell your moms and dads. Get them into it. It needs to happen. It needs to have a safe place to go in case anything happens. And then lastly, I'd like you to know when you get to that meeting place, what's the safe thing to do? What do you do when you get there? A lot of these questions you probably won't know, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. Now, there are three main reasons for having a meeting place. Number one is going to be so everyone goes to the same place. For instance, if you're to have a fire in your house and you have a little brother, and your mom and dad. You get your little brother and your mom and yourself get out of the house and you go to your meeting place. You'll know that everyone isn't there if your dad doesn't show up. Another point to that is that if you all get out of the meeting place or you get all out of your house and you're going to the meeting place, you need to know where it is so that you can stay together. You don't want people being all over the place strewn out. It's already as chaotic as it is without having to throw in losing your family members. Secondly, I'd like to talk about you knowing at all times who is out of the house and who is in the house. So, who made it out is a good thing to know when the fire department arrives. They're going to ask who could be left in the house, who got out, is there anyone you're missing? And that's very important when you think about, you love your family, you don't want anything to happen to them, and if someone's stuck in there, you'd like the fire department to know where they are, who's in there, who they're looking for. They can call them out by name. It just makes it easier. And lastly, you want the fire department to know where to respond to. If you come down to a cul-de-sac and your house is on fire, but your neighbors are outside, everyone's crowded around, they're not going to know where to go. So it makes the fire department easy to see you. Which is very important. Because the quicker they can get to your house, the quicker they can put your fire out and help you out in that way. Now, let me show you an example of a meeting place. You have your house, your driveway, the street, a nice backyard to play in, and you got the sidewalk going up to your front porch, a couple trees. Now, say a fire was to break out right here. So you got a fire on this side of your house. Which exits are safe? Now in this instance, both the front and the back exit would be a safe means of egress or a safe exit for you. So when we talk about meeting places, we want to be somewhere where the fire department can see you. So which word here would you pick for someone to see you easily, get far enough away from the structure, but far enough away from the street to not have to worry about traffic? I would pick right here. And in this case, being the fire is in here, you can exit out both the front, and if you had to, you could exit out the back. So you've got two means of exits, makes it easier to get out of the house. Now, for instance, if the fire was in the front of the house, right here, do you think that front exit is going to be safe? No. So, we can no longer exit out of that part of the house. We'll need to exit out of the back door and back up to the front. It's very important to know to have two means of exits. It makes it much easier and much safer for you. Now, we talked about once you get to your meeting spot, to stay there. Under no circumstances are you to go back inside the house. That just causes trouble, people get lost, and the whole accountability system is lost. You never know, if someone goes back inside and you don't know about it, that person could be lost. You want everyone to stay safe. And then, when the fire department arrives with their truck, excuse my drawing, let them know what's going on. What is the situation? Is everyone out? Let them know. If you've got everyone out of the house, let them know that there is everyone out of the house. Let them know what's on fire. Maybe it's a shed in the back of your house that's on fire, and not just the house. You still want to get out of there, but let them know. They need to know. It's nice for them to know exactly where to go so that they have somewhere to start. And then lastly, if there's somewhere inside, let them know what's on fire inside so that they know where to go to. If there's anyone left in there, let them know where their room is. Call them out by name. Let them know what the name of the person is in there. It makes it much easier to find the people and make a difference. And lastly, if everyone's out and fire department hasn't been called yet, go to the neighbor's house. Wherever the neighbors may be, go and call the fire department. Let someone know. Make sure someone's on their way to help you out. Now, we've talked about meeting places and why it's important and what to do. So let's go over it one more time. The reason you want to have a meeting place in your house or outside your house for when something happens is so that your family is accounted for. You don't want anybody lost. And lastly, the most important part is that your family stays safe. And when your family stays safe, all three of the things we talked about before need to be hit, because if your family's accounted for, you're all in a safe area, which was the number one topic. And the last topic would be so that the fire department knows what to do, where to be at when everything happens. They know more about the situation because of what you've told them. This sort of thing helps out the whole situation, the meeting place, knowing everything, knowing where to go and what to do, makes everyone's job a lot easier and makes a situation that is very chaotic something that can be relaxed and calmed down a little bit. Now we have some homework. I'd like all of y'all to get out a piece of paper, draw a map of your house, kind of like I did. Put a house, put your driveway, any landmarks that could be around that you could put your meeting place at to be safe. Find that. Draw it out. Let me know what would be your safest way to get out. And draw the paths of exit. Draw ways to get out. Say there's a fire. Put multiple fires in different spots and make sure you have multiple exits. I appreciate the time you've given me. I hope you all stay safe.